Hi guys, welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. How are you doing? I hope you're all fine. Today I would like to share something with you, namely my latest fragrance haul. So there are 5 fragrances. Some of them are complete blind buy, some of them I've tried and tested before, and I just purchased what I like. So just bear with me to find out what I acquired recently. So as I mentioned before, there are 5 fragrances here. I'm going to start with this one. This is Kayali vanilla fragrance, and do you know what? This is something I've actually tried before. I like it. I like a lot how it smells, but this is not a fragrance for everybody because it's extremely sweet. It's a little bit like a vanilla overdose. It's pretty much vanilla, tonka, brown sugar. I can't really, I mean, these notes are so dominating that I can't really find that much of like other notes there. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it. It's very like almost edible. I love layering this with like more like smoky, woody fragrances, but I love it by itself too. So this is my first purchase. And this is, how big is this? This is, I think it's 50 mils, is it? It's 50 mils, yeah. And the main notes here are vanilla orchid, tonka absolute, brown sugar, amber woods, and musk. Yeah, as I said, vanilla, tonka, brown sugar, very obvious. Other than that, you know, it doesn't really matter because it's so intense in your face vanilla. So my next fragrance is something I did try before, but it was ages ago. It was one of the fragrances I used when I was I want to say teenager, but I'm not sure if I was a teenager then or maybe in my early 20s. This is Contradiction by Calvin Klein, and this fragrance has been discontinued some time ago, but you can still buy it. You can still buy it in like many places. It's quite cheap actually. This is 100 mils. No, it's 50 mils. I lied, it's 50 mils. But it's still quite affordable. This is how the bottle looks. And this fragrance is like a floral, I want to say bouquet, but I'm not sure if this is like a right description of it. It's more like a floral meadow or something like that. Because, you know, the most obvious flowers here are lilac and lily of the valley, and these scents kind of move me to like this happy place in my head. I associate them with my childhood a lot, and I don't know why. Is it that because of the air is actually drier in Poland, or at least in the part where I used to live? But I think, you know, when there's like when the lilac trees blossom, the scent is just so overpowering. You don't really have to be nowhere near the tree to be able to smell this. So this scent actually reminds me a little bit of my childhood, but it's not all lilac and lily of the valley, don't worry. This is quite a unique combination in my opinion. It is a little bit, it's floral, but it's not sweet. It's very feminine, it's very like lightweight, airy, it's a little bit metallic, or maybe more than a little bit. It's actually quite metallic, and honestly I do like this composition a lot. So it's pretty much flowers, and then on the bottom of that fragrance there is some sandalwood, there is some tonka, so it's like a really nice composition, but I repeat, it's not sweet. So I mean, if you expect something like super sweet, it's not. So it's a nice change comparing to the previous fragrance I showed you, which was the Kayali vanilla. So I have one sweet and one more like metallic, airy one. So let's move on. So the next fragrance is something I actually tried recently and I liked it. I mean, this is a new fragrance from, I think, 2020. Yeah, one of the good things that actually appeared in 2020, right? This is Narciso Rodriguez Ambree fragrance. So I mean, you don't even have to sniff it to be sure that this contains like a lot of musk. I'm pretty sure, I mean, all of Narciso Rodriguez fragrances are very musky. So this one is musky, but it has some like exotic touch to it, in my opinion. So it's pretty much frangipani, it's pretty much lang lang and musk combined together. Anything else doesn't matter. These 3 notes are the most prominent, in my opinion at least. So the frangipani and lang lang gives it a little bit like of exotic, touch, but it's not like one of those fragrances that you would associate in your head with like a like completely exotic scenery, like a jungle or something like that. It's floral, it's musky, it's a little bit powdery. And I need to mention here that I'm not a massive fan of Narciso Rodriguez classic scent for hair, but I really like this one. It's just milder, sweeter, and I think more feminine than the classic one, at least in my opinion, because the original one comes out a little bit harsh on my skin. So yeah, I like this one, and I'm actually not really surprised that I like it because I tested it before, so yeah, it's all good. And now we're moving on to the two surprises, and this is going to be Alien Essence Absolue by Mugler and Alaya Nude. So these are complete blind buys. I haven't tried them, I haven't tested them, I just read about them just to find out if I like the notes or not. So I'm going to start with Alien Essence Absolute, and let me tell you something, this is not a safe blind buy. If you want to blind buy it, just think it through properly. I mean, I like it, luckily, but it's a close call, okay? My thinking was this. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of original fragrances by Mugler for some reason. Like, Angel is a little bit too, you know, the original or the Perfume is a little bit too powerful for me. Same with Alien. I kind of don't really know why everybody loves it so much. And the same thing with Aura. I just don't love them, okay? And then when it comes to flankers, I pretty much love anything I just try, I love it. So I was like, you know what, another flanker, I might like it. I read some reviews, they were quite mixed. Like, there are many people who can't stand it, so this was a little bit risky. But then again, this has been discontinued too, so it's not that easy to find it. I mean, you can find it in some online shops, but it's not like everywhere, so you have to just, you know, do your research to find it. So I was like, you know what, this might be my only opportunity to try it. That's why I decided to get it. And yeah, as I mentioned before, I love it, but this is just me, you know. This fragrance is not easy, okay? This is how it looks. And this fragrance is jasmine, obviously. It kind of reminds me of the original Alien, but it has this almost like honey note to it, which is very, very overpowering. I mean, these notes are amber and vanilla in like a massive amount. It just kind of gives you this vibe of a honey-covered jasmine. That's pretty much it. Some people say this is very medicinal. I kind of get where they get this from, but this is, for me, this is like a very dark, sexy fragrance. It's very heavy, very sensual. It has a massive sillage, obviously. I mean, it's like a normal thing for Mugler's fragrances. It performs amazingly. I mean, it just lasts for ages. Again, that's not a surprise. It is very heavy though. It might come out a bit mature, but I just love it on my skin. I love how it smells, and I don't really mind this medicinal touch to it. I actually find it quite attractive here, but definitely not a safe blind buy. Also, this fragrance is probably a little bit better for winter and autumn because of its heaviness, and definitely not a day fragrance. This is like big night out type of a scent. And the last fragrance is this, Alaya Nude. And guys, this is just gorgeous. I mean, the main note here, I'm going to show you the bottle first because the bottle is actually so pretty. Look, I mean, I just love that style of bottles, and this one's quite big. Again, I think it's 100 mils. Yeah, so this is a complete blind buy for me. I watched a video with someone recommending it, and I decided that I must try this. So I just ordered it and hope for the best, you know. And it's actually amazing. It's so good. So this is like a very casual fragrance, I would say. Quite many people compare this to Crystal Noir by Versace, and I kind of get why. There is this like almost coconut vibe there that will kind of give you this impression of a very airy crystal noir, but it's not the same fragrance and it's not even similar, I would say. It has just a similar vibe in there. This whole coconut vibe is created by Cashmeran and tonka beans. So it's this, I mean, Cashmeran is the synthetic note that kind of gives you that woody, smoky, a little bit smoky note to it, a little bit mossy, I would say. This fragrance is just gorgeous. I mean, I can't really describe you how it feels. It's quite creamy. I mean, probably because of the tonka beans in it. It's quite creamy. It's like, you know, that type of like second skin fragrance that you would have on yourself, but only when someone comes really close to you, they will be able to smell it. And even though the main note is actually artificial, it's synthetic, it actually smells like enhanced skin. I don't know if you get what I mean here. But this gives you like this almost natural scent to your skin, which is really lovely. And yeah, I mean, honestly, this is probably my favorite one from the whole set today. Although I'm not sure. I mean, I think I did really good this month or this season, and I got like all the fragrances I liked. So I didn't know what to expect. I kind of expected something that's very similar to Versace Crystal Noir, but a lighter version. It's different. I even have to say it might be better, at least in my opinion, it might be better than Versace Crystal Noir. It's just gorgeous. So this is pretty much what I've purchased. I'm quite happy because there's like a whole selection. So I have two very like everyday fragrances, very casual. I mean, this Contradiction by Calvin Klein is pretty much the type of scent you would wear with your jeans and t-shirt on. Very casual but lovely and feminine. The Alaya one is casual but more, I would say, a little bit more sexy. So if you want to make like a more of like an impression on someone, then we have this a little bit tropical summery Narciso Ambree, and we have two very sweet ones, Kayali Vanilla and the Alien Essence Absolute. So what do you guys think of my spring picks? I mean, obviously not all those fragrances are perfect for spring, but I didn't even expect that to be. I mean, I can't even make it this way because, you know, I never know what actually catches my attention. Plus with blind buys, you never know how you will actually perceive the particular fragrance. So I mean, the fragrance perception is a very individual thing. That's why I would love to hear your thoughts about my picks this month. What do you think? Have you tried any of these? Maybe some of these are on your to buy list. Please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to see you very soon. Bye!